Shasta County. Warden Brian Boyd starts his shift before the crack of dawn. And he's already got a bead on his target.
The marijuana cartels are coming in force this time of year. They're bringing all their supplies, plants, people, material, guns, all that stuff. They're shuttling it in right now. The guys will be out there for months, out in the hills. They set up like a hooch or a living quarter, kitchen area. They're basically just living off the land for 3 to 6 months. You're dealing with people that are heavily armed. Some of the guys have experience in other militaries out of the country, so they're very dangerous and not afraid to use their weapons. They have nothing to lose. They have zero to lose and money to gain. So for $3 million trying to get product out, they will snuff your life out in a heartbeat.
At the local sheriff's department, Boyd briefs members of the marijuana eradication team.
From the aerial surveillance, we know this is a big grow. There's a minimum of 3,000 plants in this thing. The value of the crop, we're looking at multi-million dollars. Our pilot previously flew over this and gave us some GPS coordinates for an approximate location on the hooch. So we're just gonna try to be cautious. We'll sneak in on those coordinates and try to surprise them there. All right, we're out of here. Okay, let's go. The rain that's forecast is going to cover our noise. We're also going to have to be very careful because if we go tracking somebody or the dog needs to smell something, a real heavy rain is not good for the dog. It's going to wash that scent out. It becomes a lot more difficult for the dogs to smell. Yeah, let's walk. Thank you.
Using the GPS coordinates provided by aerial recon, the team heads toward the camp.
This kind of weather like this is not common during grow season, so we're gonna take advantage of it. They're gonna always...
But as they near the location,
Your dog's getting over down the hill.
Phoebe's nose pulls the squad in a different direction.
She acts like she can go that way. We'll get to .10 and hold for a few.
Despite the dog's instincts, the team sticks with the GPS.
Sitting down in a spot underneath cover and be watching. So if they see us before we see them, if their hooch is kind of off the side or something, we're gonna be in trouble. Let's get through some of this brush. once they've been here. I just don't know where they're at now.
I'm not sure why they abandoned this camp, but they've left poison out everywhere for the bears. So the bear or a fisher or a marten or a raccoon or any kind of animal comes in here, smells that, and eats it, it dies.
The GPS technology led the wardens to a dead end.
That dog wanted that ridgeline bad. Yep.
Now it's time to trust their animal instincts.
Let's go back. Down there, maybe. The dog acts like she's getting older down that way. That's where the wind's coming from. Let's just go right up the side here.
The squad splits into two groups. Boyd and Phoebe's team stay on the trail. The second unit spreads out to widen the net.
Something off to your right. Yeah, I see it. The dog was really eating that.
Showing your .12 from us.
We're just trying to hold up here and let the other team get into position.
The team finds a second camp and prepares to approach.
Okay, we're spread out along the bottom of the grove. We're gonna hold our position here.
The sergeant wants us to hold here, so in case they flush somebody to us. We just need to take it slow because they're hunkered down right now. When we get into them, it's probably gonna be like a barrel of monkeys. So it's gonna be like a circus. They're gonna be going everywhere, more than likely. I don't see any movement though. It doesn't look like anyone's there. Let's keep moving.
With no activity detected, the wardens close in.
Dog's freaking out. Easy, easy, easy.
Policía, no mueva! No mueva! Hey, cover this guy, cover these two guys right here. Hey, you got two runners on the left, right there. Let's go, come on. Go to the door, get run.
In Shasta County, Brian Boyd and the marijuana eradication team raid a cartel-run grove.
Dog's freaking out. Easy, easy, easy.
Policía, no mueva! No mueva! Hey, cover this guy, cover these two guys right here. Hey, you got two runners on the left, right there. Let's go, come on. Go to the door, get run. Hey, right here, get down. Hey, go down or what?
Yeah, they're just straight ahead going. I can see him from this vantage.
Rain, watching the center.
Hilo. I don't even know if the dogs are on it. She doesn't know where the bad guy's at.
Kind of this really thick jungle, and for whatever reason we kind of lost track of where the guy went. So, and honestly, the odds of us catching him have just dropped sharply.
Back at the hooch,
Is Jack coming? Thanks.
Pistolas?
the wardens have 2 in custody.
¿Dónde está la pistola?
No, pistola.
The rifle, ¿dónde está?
Okay, we got AK-47s in the hooch. Shotgun shootout. No sawed-off shotgun right here.
¿Tienes sentir? Llámame. ¿Comprende? Where'd that guy get bit on top of the head? Dog looked like it nipped him when he went around when he moved. He moved, he bit. In the circumstances, I'm fine.
Watch that guy.
The one guy there is acting all hard, and based on the tats that I saw him when I was going through full arrest search on the guy, he's a player. There's no doubt in my mind that that guy, given the opportunity, would blow you away.
Why did you guys move your camp?
Because the bear.
Has the bear bothered you over there?
Yeah, that 2 nights ago, something like that.
2 nights ago?
They've gotten smart and lifted all their cargo bags up in the trees, but they're still killing bears with this poison that's sitting out on the ground. These guys have no regard for the environment. They'll do whatever it takes to protect themselves and their crop. They put out poison, lethal doses, to kill all the bears, deer, and any other small mammals that are going to be in their grow. And once this poison is in the food chain, it just keeps killing animals repeatedly. It's incredibly persistent and insidious. We put a stop to that today. We shut down a multi-million-dollar operation. And we're putting these guys who are violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
To the rally point.
85 miles south of San Francisco,
Today is the most dangerous job Fish and Game does.
the wardens continue the fight against Mexican drug cartels.
We're headed out to an area called Bodfish Creek. We have an illegal marijuana garden that we located from the air about a week ago, and we're going to go in with our marijuana eradication team composed of Fish and Game wardens and Santa Clara County Sheriff's officers. The marijuana gardens that are run by the drug trafficking organizations out of Mexico are widespread throughout the entire state. In our particular county here that my team works with, we're looking at 20 to 30 large marijuana gardens every year that we find, and those are just the ones we find. It's actually, unfortunately, become the biggest wildlife damaging activity we run across. Most of the pesticides and fertilizers and everything that the growers are doing to maintain their marijuana crop can decimate a wildlife population of all levels for up to 5 miles or more.
Illegal growers aren't just hurting the environment, they're a danger to people as well.
These illegal marijuana garden operations are located in county parks and state parks right along bike trails. A mother and daughter could be out simply hiking or riding their mountain bikes on a trail, go off trail just a little bit, stumble on one of these gardens, and get hurt, or worse yet, killed and not make it out of the woods. That's how serious this problem is, and we need to stop it.
Today, guys, let the point guys do what they do, cover you with a long gun with a good optic, and we'll make your approach. We'll stalk together. We don't chase a guy alone.
And hopefully we get one, if not more bad guys in custody today.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Get a little nervous every time we start one of these because you never know what's going to happen. Biggest worry after seeing a warden shot and almost not make it off the hill is that that happens again. Stack it up. We're just starting to descend into the canyon now. We're only a quarter mile from the grow site, so this is where we got to be really, really quiet. Watch our intervals in case we run into a grower head.
As the wardens venture toward the grow, armed cartel members aren't the only threat they face.
We haven't run into booby traps in a long time except noisemakers, but we're always concerned. Tripwires for noise detection and or worse to hurt us. So our guys on the plane are especially looking for booby traps as we go along. Who did that?
Stealth mode, guys. Stealth mode.
We're getting closer and closer.
Right there.
They built up a dam in the creek to build all the water up so they can water the plants. And this is a huge one right here. It's about 15 feet by 8 feet. It's damming up all of the water in this drainage on Ren's Canyon into Fish Creek. It's dried up this channel. Everything in this channel that they've diverted is dead. So before we leave today, we're decimating that check dam. We're gonna move up here and look for trails around the outside of the check dam, see if they have a camp nearby. 20 yards ahead of us is a garden. Good trails through both gardens, but we don't know if we're gonna have suspects low or high. This is a gamble. Right now, we're just gonna stick together. If we get into bad guys pretty close. Poached it ahead. Oh, they see him on us. Look at that. They've got an old worn out horseshoe open to keep us away for good luck. Today's their unlucky day. There's no way a horseshoe's gonna keep this team away. Tent's clear. Checking out the body or weapons. We have a toothbrush that we can get DNA off of. A bunch of other evidence in here. A lot of food. A camp for 2 guys. Even the growers are wearing outer camouflage. They know what's up. They could be coming back into the tent any moment, so we gotta be careful. Most alarming in this area is Miracle Grow plant fertilizer. Things like all-purpose garden fertilizer. All this stuff is spread out in the garden along that water line with the plants, and it's going right in to Ren's Creek. It's all over the creek channel. That's the environmental issue. But that's a nice day. Oh, it's well made. I mean, this is definitely not a one-day camp operation, right?
Those cuttings are at least 2-3 years old. So they've been in play for a while.
We comb the area. No bodies.
Okay. We've cleared the garden from where we're at so far. This is one big garden, but the bad guys definitely aren't here today. Judging from what we've seen, the cuts on the trees, the age of the kitchen, how long it's been in play, this is a great find. This thing's been in play for 3 to 5 years. One of the biggest gardens we've had this season so far. When these guys come back and see that their playhouse is burned down, they're gonna be really frustrated because we just took down about several $1 million worth of marijuana profits. Those will bake in the sun, and once the roots are destroyed, that's not worth anything now that we killed it. Persistence pays off.
While Lieutenant Norris and his team put the grow out of commission, Lieutenant John Norris leads a marijuana eradication team in destroying a massive cartel-run grow.
This garden, the way the size looks, we've destroyed several $1 million of black market profit for the drug trafficking organizations out of central Mexico. And because this one was such a hard find and it's been in place for so long, this is an extra special victory today. This is a bigger win for us than we've had all season so far. The more we keep finding their gardens and eradicating their crop, the more they realize that this county is not the place they should be growing dope.
But tearing down the grow isn't their only mission.
It's not about drugs, it's not about marijuana, it's about protecting the resource and preserving wildlife. This is disgusting, this is as bad as it gets. Wren's Creek, completely dammed up. They started their check dam right here, stopped the flow, put in their standard half-inch water line, impounded it here, then they've got a main water line going, and then if this dries out, they've got a backup check dam for really dry conditions in the middle of summer. And that's enough water right there to water this grow for several months. And you ask yourself, how are steelhead trout supposed to live in this condition? We can see now why it's so damaging to the resources and so much environmental crime that happens as a result of it. So we're gonna start taking apart this check dam and get this flow back into the creek.
All right, let's go, guys. Stick and move.
They spent some time damming this creek out.
Oh, totally, dude. This was involved. Coming over.
Got it. Come to me. I got
Coming
it.
to
You
you.
can step out.
It's heavy, so it's gonna take like a couple of us. All right.
Ready? Be on the tree.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Excellent. Oh, that's great. Look at that.
Pretty cool. Like, open up the load.
The amount of time it took them to dig this, to hike the heavy visqueen in and do that. This is months and months worth of work. To be able to rip it out, put it back is very satisfying.
That's what it's all about right there. Getting our flow back, fish can prosper. Today, we made a difference. We eradicated all those plants. We found this stream diversion that was blocking the water for Bodfish Creek below us. Environments benefited, the trout are benefited. Public's gonna be safe if they come enjoy this pristine part of the park. Today was a triple win. I'm really happy, and we are out of here.
A 117 miles north in El Dorado County, Warden Bob Para closes in on a suspect accused of gruesome and wasteful deer killings.
It all started when state park peace officers found a couple of deer within the park boundaries of Coloma that had been apparently shot with only their heads removed. I've been a fishing game warden just about 9 years, and there was probably more blood on the ground than I'd ever seen out of any kill site.
The decapitated deer were killed out of season and the meat left to rot. Both acts despised by hunters and wardens alike.
When I was about 13 or 14, I was out shooting squirrels and was checked by a game warden. And I think it was always kind of instilled in me that the regulations were there for a reason, and people who didn't abide by the regulations, were criminals. The investigations part of the job is really kind of rewarding, especially when it's a case you've been working for some time, as in this case I have here.
Armed with a search warrant, Warden Para assembles a group of veteran Fish and Game officers and local sheriffs.
Through my investigation, I came up with several suspects and did a knock and talk with our suspect today. He denied any knowledge, but when we were interviewing him, he came to the door smoking a cigarette. And one of the pieces of evidence I recovered at the scene of one of the deer poachings was a cigarette butt. He gave us his cigarette butt. Well, thanks to the Bureau of Forensic Services, they matched his DNA, said that that cigarette butt at the scene of the crime belonged to him, and we got our search warrant out of it this way. So basically what we're looking for today, antlers, heads, deer, hides. There's a .22 caliber rifle or handgun or some sort of weapon that was used. Take all those and seize them for comparisons of evidence later. And any firearms, knives, guns, anything else like that we're gonna take a look at. Of course, be safe and keep your guard up and see what we find. Hopefully something good. Let's go. My suspect does have firearms, and not knowing who's gonna be at the residence when we get there, we're gonna be on our guard and be ready. pulling in right here. Fishing game, search warrant, open the door. Fishing game, open the door.
Just outside Georgetown, California, the wardens close in on a brutal trophy hunter.
Fishing game, search warrant, open the door. Fishing game, open the door.
Watch windows.
Search warrant, open the door.
Step out of the house. Step out, step right over here, sir. Do you have any weapons on you? No? Do you have any weapons? No. Okay, step right over there.
Who's in the house?
My girlfriend's in my room. Anybody
Girlfriend's in the room? Anybody else?
That's it.
Search warrant. Police, anybody in here?
Search warrant, police, search warrant. Get out here. Please, search warrant. Step on out, please. Step on out here. So we have a search warrant. Step out front for me, please. One more coming out.
Yeah. Here, we check that.
With the residents clear of danger,
Okay, remember when I came, I talked to you about deer poaching, right? Yeah.
Warden Para interrogates the suspect.
I want to show you something here. You know what that is? Cigarette butt? It is a cigarette butt. It's not mine. You want to make a bet? You remember that last time in January? Yeah. You gave me your cigarette butt right out of your mouth. You said, here, have my DNA. Yeah. That one has your DNA on it. Well, I ain't know nothing about it.
Then why is your DNA right here with deer blood all over it, right next to where that deer was killed?
Anywhere I put the cigarette out. What's the tree? Not that far from the road. What's the tree? For it to land in the middle of a dead deer. Get out of here. Take your paperwork, get out of here. So as soon as we're done. Funny thing.
Think about it a little bit. Just, anything you want to tell me, because we're going to look everywhere.
Read it. What? And if you're done answering questions for me, that's fine. I just, either answer me or just tell me you're done talking to me, and then that's fine.
Oh, here we go.
We got tons of drug paraphernalia and drugs.
Look at this.
2 handguns that are registered in other people's names that were transferred into their possession without going through a registered gun dealer. Glass mirror with methamphetamine residue. Tin containing crystal methamphetamine and vial straws that are cut to be able to ingest methamphetamine. Homemade darts made out of just copper wire. Each one of them is sharpened at the tip for hunting purposes or wounding others.
There's some antlers over here if you want to.
Yeah.
I was going to get them out and look at them.
It's that one there. Yeah, that one still got blood on it, huh? Did you see this?
A bullet hole in the head.
With the deer heads in hand, The wardens only need one last piece of evidence to seal their case.
It's a Ruger 1022 with a USA red dot scope.
We found it.
Oh, okay, good.
After gathering a stockpile of weapons and drugs, the wardens finally unearth the gun they're after.
He's in huge trouble here. We found a Ruger 1022. It's a model 1022 long rifle. That's the weapon that killed the deer. We also have the DNA of the deer. So with that particular antler and head that we have, we can do a match on that.
Yeah, you've got time to think about it a little bit. Have you changed your mind maybe and have something further you want to tell me now that we've had to go through this rigmarole and get a search warrant and come back?
We are finding some things here that could get you in some serious hot water, okay?
Yeah, you're...
All right. Everything on this warrant that we're looking for, we have here. The way he's poaching these deer with that small caliber 22, it's a real silent round with a silencer put on there. One shot to the head will kill this animal, and here's the evidence right here. That's what he's doing.
There were some fresh antlers that were seized from the residents that appear to be from this last deer season. The subject does not have a hunting license or deer tags for this last year.
I think I'm that bad, huh?
Slip in there best you can.
I grew up hunting and fishing. I think it was just instilled in me that you got to take our share and leave some for the future. So to catch those people that are not playing by the rules, it's just something I really enjoy.
The trophy killer is in custody. Shasta Lake, the third largest body of water in the state, and one of the top spots for Mexican cartel marijuana grows.
There's a long history of grows in this area. Look out across these hills, and there are grows everywhere out there. I can pull up my GPS and go to 40 different old grows, and that's that I know of. How many more that I don't know of?
Throughout his 12-year career, Brian Boyd has worked tirelessly to put an end to illegal marijuana cultivation.
It's not just somebody growing a little marijuana out in the woods. These people are doing it commercially. They're out poaching deer, they're out gut shooting bears. It's critical to go in with the element of surprise because they're very dangerous and the odds of getting into gunplay are way, way higher. There are long guns in these grows. I've seen AK-47s, AR-15s, assault shotguns. You have to assume somebody's armed. Anytime you assume somebody's not armed, it's a bad position to be in. If we can set an ambush where this camp is at, we're gonna get bodies. But if that dog gets within 30, 40 yards of somebody, they're done. It's over.
Easy there, hotshot.
Boyd joins forces with a multi-agency marijuana eradication team. Their goal, derail this new grow before it starts.
You just want to stay behind the dog. You see that trail through the brush there? Watch the lower part of that for like feet moving. That could be a good spot for them to come out. See that sunlight coming up over there? That's where they like to plant these grows, you know. They gotta get the sun on them. Dog showing some interest. Some off to your right, Gary.
Homemade irrigation lines steal water from the local streams, but they also lead the warden straight to the camp.
Dog's getting birdie on that track on our left.
she starts pulling at the lead, there's somebody right there.
Sometimes if you look up above, you can see branches moving before you can even hear them. Easy. You always have to watch out for crossfire.
After hiking 5 miles, they finally find the camp. But it's empty.
It's always the scariest when they're tending the marijuana, because they'll carry their weapons out with them.
They kind of take a lot of extra caution when it comes to covering stuff up, especially those white propane tanks. They'll spray paint them brown, green, camo mud. Just from the air, you know, you don't see it.
She's like roaring.
Suspect! Policía, tengo pedo. Suspect!
Come out with your hands up. I'll send the dog. You will get bit.
Easy, easy, easy. Dog's on him.
Let's go! Let's go! ¡No mueva! ¡No mueva! ¡Afuera, afuera!
Deep in the Shasta National Forest, the wardens descend on a marijuana grow.
She's freaking out. She's like roaring to go.
Suspect! Stop! Policía, tengo pedo. Suspect! Come out with your hands up. I'll send the dog. You will get bit.
Easy, easy, easy. Dog's on him.
Let's go! Let's go! ¡No mueva! ¡No mueva! ¡Afuera, afuera! ¡Afuera, afuera! ¡Afuera! ¡Estoy right there, guys! ¡Al suelo! ¡Otro lado! ¡Otro lado! ¡Su estómago! ¡Estómago! ¡Ahora! I got you covered. Tough, huh? Off.
With one suspect in custody, the wardens rush to secure the perimeter.
Got one in custody. It's pretty good. The gig's up, you know.
We gave an announcement, the guy kept trucking, sent the dog. Good apprehension, a fantastic open field bite.
Muy malo, mucho dolor. Es más bueno que un arma.
The suspect is in no shape to make the 5-mile hike out of the woods.
You need to go to the hospital. Yeah, they can have him walk out.
So air support is called in.
The trooper's gonna go back and we're talking about strapping this guy down and basket him out.
¿Cuántos plantas aquí? Aproximadamente.
1,000? Okay. 1,000 plants. Este señor va a ayudar.
Ok.
We're just going to eradicate this.
After being treated at the hospital, the suspect will be placed into custody and tried for his crimes.
As game wardens, we're supposed to relentlessly pursue those who knowingly violate the law. These people knowingly and blatantly violate the law. This is America. This is public land. We should not be looking over our shoulder for some armed grower in the woods who's profiting off the public trust. So I have no problem working these guys, and I'll work them as long as I can physically walk or crawl out here and do it.
In Tulare County, Warden Doug Barnhart starts his day on familiar turf.
I grew up in this area in Tulare County. Went out hunting and fishing with my dad, my grandfather. In college, I ended up majoring in biology, and Fish and Game is a perfect fit where I can mix some of the biology I learned in college with my love for the outdoors. Fish and Game. Yeah? Really? It just happened right now? I'll get that plate number from you and head that way right now. Bye. He says there's some guy impersonated a game warden. This is very interesting because for about the past 3 years, we've got several reports up in the Sequoia National Forest. A guy driving around in a white truck, impersonating a game warden. This could be a huge break for us. Yeah, this is 4226.
Barnhart runs the plate of the suspect's vehicle.
Okay.
And hits pay dirt.
Perfect, thank you very much. The registered owner of the vehicle, he's a convicted felon and he's currently on felony probation. So that kind of ups the ante. This guy's out there pretending to be one of us, and he absolutely is not one of us. I want to get this guy.
In Tulare County, Warden Barnhart is on the trail of a convicted felon posing as a game warden.
I went through a lot of work to get this job, the academy and all the training, and it's sickening to me to find out that there's a guy out there saying he's a game warden. We don't know what this guy's intentions were, so very, very serious. It could have been really bad. Hate to imagine what could happen to somebody.
Warden Barnhart meets with one of the victims to get a positive ID on the suspect. For his own safety, the witness's identity is being kept anonymous.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Doug Barnhart from Fish and Game.
Nice to meet you, Doug.
Hey, I want to talk to you about the incident yesterday that happened up on Blue Ridge.
Yes, sir. Me and some friends of mine were in a truck. There's two girls sitting in the front and me and a couple guys in the back. We see this white truck pull up kind of perpendicular to us. And then he identified himself as a game warden. He asked us if we had any drugs and marijuana and all, and said that he has the authority to search our vehicle if he so chooses.
All right, so your feeling was that he just saw the two females in the vehicle initially, didn't see the guys in the car?
Definitely. You know, two girls on a lonely road way up in the mountains. I mean, they just figured he'd just say he's law enforcement and they'll do whatever he says. The guys weren't there.
Could have been bad.
Yes.
All right, hey, I'm gonna show you a series of 6 photographs. These photographs may or may not contain the guy that was in that vehicle talking to you that day.
Yes, sir. That guy.
Right there, number 3?
Yeah, number 3. That was him.
And you're pretty certain that's the guy that was in the car?
Yeah, that was him. This guy obviously was breaking the law. And if he's doing it now, then Lord knows what he's done in the past. You know, IDing him, being a witness against him and all, it's definitely kind of a scary situation.
One of the witnesses that was in the vehicle up on Blue Ridge Road positively identified Joshua Daniel as the one that was in the vehicle and the one that was asking for guns and drugs and that claimed to be a game warden. We have all the information we need now, so we're gonna go ahead and assemble a team and we're gonna go out and try to find Mr. Joshua Daniel.
Warden Doug Barnhart mobilizes the final phase of Operation Fake Cop.
Joshua Daniel stated he was a game warden. He intimidated those people that he had contact with and insinuated that he wanted to search a vehicle for possibly weapons or drugs. Plan is for Brown and Daly to go to the business. If he's there, take him into custody. The rest of us are going to go to the house. We want to go ahead and do a probation search. He's a convicted felon, so he can't have firearms. So we're looking for any firearms under his control. Any questions at all? All right, let's go do this. There's always risks involved in doing something like this. Anytime you enter somebody's residence, you just don't know what's going on behind those walls.
Perimeter team, just be advised, 4240 is about 15 out.
You know, I like to think that we all earn this badge that we wear. And when we find out somebody is out pretending and impersonating a game warden, it's very personal. And so I want to get this guy. Show units at location 1.
Copy.
The green one, yeah.
I'll go to the front door. Watch that back, Brian. Stay fishing game, open the door.
Stay right there, stay right there, stay right there.
Stay fishing game, open the door. Hello?
Stay right there, stay right there, stay right there. Stay right there. Is there an officer inside?
No, he's at the front door.
Stay right there.
Hi. Is Josh here?
What's going on?
Okay, one state fishing game. Josh is a convicted felon on felony probation. We need to talk to Josh regarding some crimes we're investigating. So we're gonna have to come in and search his room.
Is there a warrant?
And he's on felony probation, so we don't need a warrant. Who's in the house right now? Who's
My
here?
baby? This is freaking me out. I've never had
Okay.
anything like this happen.
Hello.
You're checking for safety, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Why are you guys here?
Oh, we're just doing our job.
They can take a picture of the
That's right.
bad people around here.
That's exactly right.
With the home secure, across town, wardens Brown and Conley close in on the suspect.
He's pulling in now. I see the vehicle right in front of me.
26.
Subject is on site.
Stay right there, stay right there. Stay right there.
What's this about?
We have arrest warrant you for impersonation of an officer.
We have to take you into custody. I need you to turn around, face that direction, put your hands on the small of your back. Just go along with the program and there won't be any problem. Okay, spread your feet.
This is crap, dude. Dude, I don't know what this is about.
4226, 4223.
Where code 4?
2426.
24, go ahead.
We're just gonna stand by until our suspect gets here.
Copy.
With the suspect on scene, Warden Barnhart starts his interrogation, and his team begins the probation search.
We got information that you had posed as a game warden, told some people that you were a game warden. You'd asked them if they had any guns or any drugs in their car, and essentially intimidating the people that were involved.
That's how we knew you. That's how we knew you were up there that day, because they were scared, and as you left, they got your plate number.
What?
Rifle, top shelf. He has a felony on his record, and he's not allowed to own a gun, let alone even be in possession of one. So this is a pretty good find to see here that he's in possession of a rifle.
The witnesses have been shown a photographic lineup, and they've picked you out of a lineup as the one that was driving the vehicle, was doing the talking.
Okay. Awesome. These things are not easy. Photographic lineups are difficult. They pick 6 guys that look, they could be your freaking twin brother. I mean, they're that close to an appearance, and they obviously got a good enough look at you to be able to say that was the guy doing the talking right there.
Okay.
Starting to ring a bell a little bit?
I remember seeing those kids. They were a bunch of kids, like younger kids.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, does that ring a bell?
I didn't say anything to them.
No? Well, at this point, all you can do is help yourself out. If you said something to them...
I wouldn't impersonate a game warden. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Glass pipe, meth pipe. There might be residue. Oh, there is a little residue in there.
Narcotic stuff, gun, ammo, meth pipe.
How about that? He's even got a regulation booklet from Fish and Game.
It's almost hard to fathom that anyone would have this in a house with kids. I mean, I can't even comprehend how anyone could, what their thought process would be or why they would even do this.
Are you taking me to jail for this?
By law, we're mandated to take you to jail on a felony. So the fact that you have the firearm in your room is a felony charge. I have no choice but take you to jail.
Oh my God. I didn't mean harm by it. I don't remember saying nothing like that, but as long as you know, I guess, I don't know.
This case was very personal for all of us. You know, we put a lot of hard work into going out and doing what we do, protecting the resources, and for the guy to go out, claim to be a game warden, and claim to do what we do, when in fact, there's no way he does that, feels really good. It's a great relief for all of us to get him off the street. I'm very proud of my team today.
Back in Grass Valley, California, armed with his warrant, Jerry Carnow assembles a task force to raid the home of a convicted poacher.
All right, we got a search warrant for one house. Our bad guy is a habitual deer poacher. We've caught him about 2 years ago. He went ahead and purchased deer tags in 2009. He killed 2 deer using those 2 tags. I was able to seize some records from a taxidermist. What we're looking for are the 2 big bucks that were mounted by the taxidermists and their trophies. They're big bucks. Let's get this guy. You know, I've got him once before. Let's catch him again and shut him down. So this is round 2 of the hunt for a deer poacher today. So this is very imposing to have a search warrant served on him, and hopefully this has a lasting impact on this individual to prevent him from continuing to poach deer. Hopefully we'll surprise him. If he's not there, somebody can tip him off and he could go underground. Yeah, this is the place. I've got a guy out front here. Hey, how's it going, man? Good. Hey, is here?
I don't know. I just stopped by. I just got in my room, got a knock. Nobody's sleeping.
Gotcha.
I'm shocked with you guys.
But where does live?
Upstairs.
Upstairs? Probably this whole building?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I know him, but I don't know him that well, you know, so I'm
Gotcha.
not 100% sure.
What's your relationship with
Friends of friends. Like I said, man, I think you guys are friends of friends. I'm just visiting.
Get his info and ID, just and his phone number and his license. This
compost for his down the track.
Yeah. There's a little marijuana right there. There's a little plant seedling there. Yeah, this looks like it's like a grow room with fans and electrical stuff in there. This kind of backs up what I've been saying all along, that you start poking around on people that are poaching and you run into other criminal activity.
That's a lot of growing going on.
Oh, yeah.
Just here to say hi. Just here to say hi. See what he's doing, see what he's up to. Haven't seen him in a long time. He's just here to say hi, I'm sure.
That's what we think. They're good friends. That's what we think.
Despite suspicious activity outside, Karnow sticks to the mission. Get inside the house.
The dogs want to eat you alive.
They do not look friendly.
Pretty rough.
Those dogs would eat us, dude. Are you kidding me?
The dogs clearly are doing their job protecting, this piece of property. I mean, there's nobody who would go in there with those dogs. Happy dogs. Happy dogs. 4 of them.
Pit bulls seem to go with marijuana cultivation. It's just part of the deal. Usually where you find people cultivating marijuana, you find pit bulls. More than one.
They look like a family pet.
Deer antler on the floor with the broken skull cap. Fresh. And I'm trying to match up with this deer feeding from this bucket, this pea gravel. Looks really similar to that, and it could be this concrete. Hey, Bill. See that white fence right there? What's that? White fence, gravel.
Oh yeah, he's feeding them right out of here.
Right here. That bucket was probably right here. Could have poached a buck right here out of his... He could have been inside the house and shot it. The fact is, this guy's baiting deer. He's done it before. He's doing it again now.
I found live poachers too. They'll bring the muzzle of the gun inside the house. So you shoot a deer from inside the house, you step inside the house 5 or 6 feet, and no one would ever hear it.
Yeah, this is the lowest of the lows, man. This guy brags about killing big bucks, posting them on his website. It's just pure cowardice.
Warden Karnow tries to serve a search warrant on a convicted deer poacher. But the suspect isn't home, and the house is protected by vicious pit bulls.
Yeah, this is the lowest of the lows, man. This guy brags about killing big bucks, posting them on his website. It's just pure cowardice, plain and simple.
The wardens recognize the passenger in the car
Trying to find your brother so we can ask him some questions.
as the suspect's brother.
Yeah, I'm Jerry, Fish and Game. Just trying to
checking on the dogs and stuff.
No, I appreciate that. We just need to talk to and it's some Fish and Game stuff.
I haven't talked to him for a month. I don't know where he is.
Did he ever show you the big deer antlers that from 2 big deer that he had taxidermied?
I don't know. Are you guys gonna try and go to his house or anything? Or?
We need to look at the deer in the tags. And if you can find some, get them here as soon as possible so we can get out of here.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
But the thing with the dogs, they'll go through the window like they're not nice dogs.
Gotcha. Whatever happens, we're gonna get inside that house.
The suspect's brother refuses to cooperate.
And all 4 pit bulls are inside the house.
So Karnow calls in animal control and checks the other side of the house while he waits.
Police, search warrant. Anybody in there, open up. There's a gun right here. The shotgun, I'm gonna make sure it's unloaded.
Fairly dangerous situation with 4 pit bulls in the house.
We still don't know if there's another person in the house. He could be in here right now, for all we know. Okay, on the front door, our guys are inside.
They're cruising back and forth. And the females, you can see her, she's jumping up, she's getting reanimated.
And I'm looking for arrows, see if there's any blood or tissue, meat residue.
Could be concentrated cannabis. Be just the THC, for lack of a better term, hashish. That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna have some questions for my guy to find out if this was used in the commission of illegally taking those deer. For a shotgun. That's yeah, it's a 20 gauge for this, for shooting a slug. The end result, we have not been able to recover the 2 deer, nor the deer tags, which are the primary things I'm looking for. So, but we're not done. Hey, first, we got to get those weapons out of the room for our safety.
Terry.
How you doing?
She's gigantic. A dog like that has the potential to take down a 200-pound man. Then you add 3 additional dogs, and it can be ugly. Our bullets probably couldn't penetrate their skull. They're so thick. It's a scary dog.
Wow. As animal control prepares to subdue the dogs, the suspect's brother tries to intervene.
You don't have standing here. I've explained to you all day how things are gonna go. Stand by, Brandon.
I'm really gonna snap if somebody shoots my dogs.
So I can try. He is not the occupant, so he has no standing.
With the dogs now in harm's way, the suspect's brother finally decides to cooperate.
I'm gonna go through the window, I'm gonna yell for the dogs, and I'm gonna stay in the damn room.
Okay, with the dog.
Yep. I'm not trying to impede their investigation or anything, and I don't want to get in the way of their I just don't want dogs to get shot.
Hopefully everything will go smoothly if that guy cooperates and can handle the dogs, but this kind of situation I think is always scary.
Okay, you ready, Brandon? Yeah. Come on over. Okay, Brandon's going in the room now.
Come on, Maxman. Come on. Come on. Achilles. Achilles. Come here, boy.
You got all 4?
Yeah, we're all 4 here.
Police, open up, search warrant. Search warrant, police. Police, open up, search warrant. Police, search warrant, open up. Search warrant, police. Whoa, holy moly. Search warrant, police. Okay, we're good. Clear. That's rank. Let me make sure this puppy is unloaded.
There's a weapon over here. Obviously, the place is being utilized as a grow house. Primarily, there's no beds. Another weapon right here, Jerry.
Okay.
And there's antlers behind there.
A fairly fresh set of antlers here. Appears to be from the last year. Not tagged.
Here's another bow.
This is a terribly disgusting house. Had 4 dogs living in it without any break from the house, so you can imagine what stinks.
Man, it does not smell good. There's animal urine and feces a lot of places here. It's very, very warm and humid. There's a ton of marijuana plants in here. Quite an indoor little grow.
We'll document what's in here, about 100 plants, 50, 60 bigger plants, 3 or 4 foot plants, and there's probably 50 or 60 smaller plants in cups that are in 2 grow rooms in here.
Yeah, if I could find anything right now, I'd want to find the deer tag report cards for the 2 deer that were mounted by the taxidermist.
What do you want to do about that safe?
I'd like to get in it. If you can get a hold of so I can open this without going through the gun safe, guy.
I called his friend. He said he didn't know the combination. I'm going to keep trying to get a hold of him.
Keep trying to get a hold of him. But we just basically want to see the contents in here.
All there is in there is his medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah, so, I mean, that's all I've ever seen in there when I've come down, so.
What kind of medicine?
Medical marijuana.
Okay.
He's had heart surgery.
I got you. Okay. Wow, that was quite a day. Seized some deer antlers there. Found over 100 marijuana plants, 2 indoor grows. We found the bow that matches the photographs I have. In this case, we seized the bow, but still looking for that one little incriminating hunting license and deer tag. And it can fit in anywhere. So here I am driving down the road with a 1,000-pound safe in the bed of my truck. It might push the suspect to call me and give me the combination to open up that safe, and I might find those items there. That would just be the coup de grace, and I'd be a happy camper.
Warden Jerry Carnow's team unloads a half-ton safe seized in their hunt for a convicted deer poacher.
Smells like inside that house. It really smells bad. I've been making attempts to get a hold of the suspect to just give me the combination so I can open this thing as easy as possible. Eventually we're going to open this today. It's just a matter of in what manner. And I'm really anxious to see what's inside of this. Imagine if the 2 antlers are in here. Hello?
Jerry receives a surprise call from the suspect.
Okay, we seized the safe, the theft guard safe. Yeah. A judge signed a search warrant for giving us the authority to open the safe. Well, can you give me the combination so that I can open this without having somebody drill a hole in it? All right, well, we're going to open up the safe regardless. I mean, I'm commanded by a judge to do so. Okay, bye.
Obviously, he's trying to buy time. He doesn't want us to get in that safe. I'm not going to play this cat and mouse game.
You know, we don't have to have permission from a lawyer, just to get that straight, to enter into the safe.
Yeah, we just got a hold of Browning, their safe division, and sent them a copy of the search warrant, and they were able to, using the serial number, find the combination to this safe.
All right, let's open it up and see what this mystery is. There you go. Check that out. Oh boy. There you go. Check that out. Oh boy.
So just big bags of marijuana, ammunition,
3 guns.
All right. It's supposed to be personal use.
It's a lot of personal use, huh?
It's a lot of personal use.
That's not personal use. We all know it's a shell. This whole thing is a fabrication.
It's a 22 caliber Ruger 1022.
22s are what we call poacher's delights.
What makes these favorable for poachers is that they're very inexpensive, so if they have to throw them and get rid of them and ditch them, throw them out of the vehicle, if the cops chase them, they're really inexpensive to replace. The other thing is they're silent. And if you're effective with this, with a long rifle round, hollow points, it'll kill a deer dropping its tracks.
It's got a bunch of 223 ammunition. Kind of a military type round, not for hunting, not legal for hunting. He has a 45 registered to him, but these are 357 caliber.
There's some more loot stuff in the door.
So we've got, multiple issues going on with this guy for sure. Could potentially be trafficking narcotics. Now seeing these weapons, those are common deer killing firearms, big time.
Poachers, they don't care about the animals. They don't care whether they wound anything. They consider themselves sportsmen, but they aren't sportsmen. They're killers, is what they are.
All the signs of his actions and the activities that I see that he's involved in, this guy's up to no good. Bottom line, he's got a lot to answer for.
After 2 days of tracking the suspect, Warden Karnow has finally found his man.
All right, I just saw him leave. I'm gonna pull him over. I can't let him go underground again. All right, here we go. Got some explaining to do. Fishing game. I got all the information in the bed of my truck. You hunted 2 deer in 2009, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are the tags that you would have purchased, correct?
But yeah, that's my writing.
This is a 2009.
Yeah.
You were convicted of that deer violation in 08. You're prohibited from hunting deer, and you cannot purchase deer tags the following year.
Oh, I forgot, man. I mean,
It's the law. So hunting those deer in 2009 was a crime. The poaching is out of control. If you violate that law, you just have to deal with the consequences. So what I'm going to do is a formal complaint. You're going to get a notice to appear in court in the mail from the district attorney's office.
I'm not a poacher, man.
Karnow will submit the mountain of evidence to the district attorney to prosecute the suspect to the fullest extent of the law.
I didn't poach. Everything was legal.
He's admitted to 2 deer. We showed him the picture.
of the deer. Now that's a huge buck, and he killed that in 2009, which he was prohibited from hunting that year. People that are good hunters, they know all the laws. They educate themselves and know what they are to the T. You know, for him to claim ignorance in all of this is ludicrous. He's not telling the truth. I got him red-handed. He knows it. I got all the evidence that I need, and I basically just have to go file formal charges with the district attorney's office. This guy's not a sportsman. He's not a hunter. He's a killer. This is why I'm out here, to catch people just like this. We're hunters of men that poach wildlife. The things that these people are doing is BS, especially when I am a hunter myself, doing it legally, and to take somebody down like this is extremely gratifying and has to happen.